Welcome to Southwestern Christian University here in a cold and rainy night in Bethany, Oklahoma. It's warm here inside the Pickens Springer Gymnasium. Tonight, Southwestern Christian men with a 4-1 record take on Wayland Baptist with a 4-1 record. This is going to be a tough game tonight. Southwestern just suffered their first loss of the season last Friday night at Texas College. The Eagles had a lead of 11 points at halftime, but they just couldn't hold on in the second half, and so they suffered their first loss. They bounced back the following day with a 73-67 win over Jarvis Christian after trailing by 3 points at the half. So hopefully they can take some confidence out of that and their ability to bounce back. Derek Danzler and Ron Washington both collected double-doubles in those two road games. But tonight they go up against Wayland Baptist, and Wayland Baptist comes into the game ranked third in the NAIA. And really strong team, but they just suffered their first loss of the season. They lost by 1 point to Bellevue University. Bellevue knocked down a three-pointer with just seconds remaining in the second half, and J.J. Culver, the leading scorer for the Pioneers, raced down the court and missed a finger roll, or made a finger roll, but it was just a split second too late and waved the basket off, and so they went down by 1 point. Culver's the man to watch for the Pioneers. He is their leading scorer and just scored. He's actually averaging 35 points a game. So if we don't stop Culver, we could be in for a long night tonight. Statistically, Wayland averages 83 points a game compared to Southwestern 74. Points allowed pretty close. Southwestern allows 66 and Wayland allows 64. The biggest difference on paper, anyway, is the three-point percentage. Southwestern shoots a 34.2%, while Wayland from the three-point line shoots 41.9%. So that could be a significant difference tonight. Also, Wayland shares the ball well, 15 assists a game compared to Southwestern's 12. Southwestern's turning the ball over more than Wayland, 17 turnovers to 13. On paper, Wayland statistically leads in just almost every category: points per game, three-point percentage, assists, turnovers, steals, and blocks. And so it will be interesting to see what happens tonight. Again, the guy we've got to watch for and watch out for in this game is Wayland's J.J. Culver, averaging 35 points a game. We've got to stop him. Honestly, Wayland has some serious height, 6'7", 6'5", 6'5". They've got 4 or 5 different guys they can interchange on their back line that just have a lot of size. A couple of them look like they ought to be playing linebacker on some football team somewhere. Some big old guys here. So I have a feeling they're pretty physical. So Southwestern's either going to have to get really hot shooting, and they're really going to, Southwestern's really going to have to work hard on the boards, block out, play fundamental defense. Early in the season, for both teams have just had 5 games. And Southwestern will square off against Wayland Baptist again in February. So this will give them a good indication of where we stand early in the season. Coach Rollins, still early in his tenure here at Southwestern as head coach, and good opportunity to see where we stack up against one of the better teams in the conference. Southwestern tonight will be in their home whites, trimmed in royal blue and black, while Wayland Baptist will be in dark blue, trimmed in gold. My counterpart, Danny Nix, is not here tonight. I'm Steve Ely. I'll be taking care of all your information this evening. Danny is on. He needed to get away from the cold raininess of this November evening in Oklahoma, so he's suffering for Jesus on a cruise. I'm sure the weather there is much nicer than it is here. But we're glad you're with us tonight for broadcast. sit back and relax and enjoy the game, root your Eagles on, and hopefully we can put up some stiff competition here, maybe surprise Wayland Baptist. Wayland Baptist, of course, is the favorite, but maybe we can sneak up on them. Maybe they'll overlook us a little bit and pick up a good win. A couple of the Wayland Baptist players have some interesting names, to say the least. They have a player from Switzerland and a player from Uganda, and both of those names are interesting, so I will probably butcher several of their last names, and so I apologize ahead of time, but we'll do our best. So sit back, buckle in. Here we go. We're getting ready for the starting lineups. We'll be sending our broadcast down to courtside for the starting lineups for both teams. And again, we welcome you to tonight's contest. Southwestern Christian University against Wayland Baptist. Eagles versus the Pioneers. Here's the starting lineup.
Southwestern Christian University Eagles for this evening's contest between the visiting Wayland Baptist Pioneers and your Southwestern Christian University Eagles. Here's the starting lineups. First, for the visiting Pioneers. Number 2, guard, C.J. Obenlaw. Number 10, guard, J.J. Colbert. Number 11, forward, Jack Noble. Number 14, guard, Jordan Brannon. At number 33, center, Dean Holwood.
All right, there you have it, the starting lineup for both teams. Southwestern will be going right to left on your screen. I haven't seen all the guys' games, especially the away games, but I would imagine this is probably some of the most serious size that Southwestern has faced so far this season. Here we go, jump ball. Danzler is going to go up against this player from Uganda, Ding. And Wayland controls the tip. And starts off with a two-point shot for Obenlaw. Three-point shot missed by Reese for Southwestern. Long rebound goes out to Wayland. Culver controls the ball at the top of the key. Works off the screen, dumps the ball down on the block, but Madkin steps in and deflects. 17 seconds left on the shot clock for the Pioneers. Madkin up on defense, and he's going to pick up a cheap foul on a reach in. That's his first, team's first. Culver receives the inbounds pass. Southwest switching on the picks. Madkin picks up the long rebound, brings the ball into the front court. Over to Danzler. Danzler walks into a three-point shot. Shot's long. Wayland. Pioneers control the rebound. Culver with the ball at the top of the key. Southwestern still man-to-man. Little pick and roll action results in 2 points for number 11, Jack Nobles. Pioneers have a quick 4-0 lead to start off the game. Southwestern's had a couple good looks, just haven't been able to drop into the basket. Danzler goes up and tries to dunk the ball. Late foul call. Ding is called for the foul on the arm. The Pioneers coach does not like that call at all. It was really late on the call, but Danzler will be on the line shooting two. Danzler hits the first free throw. Ding is a big kid, 6'11", from Uganda. He went up and blocked the shot. Danzler hits both of his free throws. Culver's controlling the ball. Southwestern in a little bit, full court pressure. Culver takes a long three-point shot and drains it. And he's fouled. Oh, actually, they called the foul. Okay, so the shot counts for Culver. It was a long shot, and then an off-the-ball foul called on Terrence Reese, his first, team's second. Unfortunately, it also results in turning the ball over to the Pioneers. Big break there that they didn't convert that. Madkin brings the ball into the front court and pulls up and takes three, goes way in. Good rebound for Southwestern's White. Came flying in for the offside rebound. 11 seconds on the shot clock. Five seconds on the shot clock. Danzler's going to have to put the ball up. Ball fake and makes the basket with the shot clock expiring. Good basket there for Southwestern. Again, Southwestern a little bit of full court pressure. Obenwald brings the ball into the front court. They're really looking to try to get the ball over here to Culver, but so far White's keeping him from getting the ball. Long three-pointer missed. Number 11, Jack Nobles, rebound and basket for the Pioneers. White brings the ball into the front court for Southwestern. Gets a pick at the top of the key by Danzler. Swings the ball over to Reese. Anderson puts the ball on the floor, gets stopped at the free throw line. Madkin gets his man up in the air, goes straight up into the body of Ding, but misses the shot, and we're going to get a foul on White as he was battling for the rebound. That's his first, team's third. Again, Southwestern a little bit of man-to-man full court. And drop back now. Culver has the basket. Can't give him any space at all as he proved he can shoot it from anywhere. Danzler playing defense against Nobles. He's a load. Number 11, Jack Nobles. Good defense by Danzler, but Nobles is just a strong kid. He's 6'6" and probably goes 220, I would bet. He's a load down there. Reese is going to pull up for the three and bury it right in the face of Dean. So Southwestern, at the moment, down 7-11, but shooting the ball pretty decently at the moment. Nobles takes the little mid-range jump shot, rolls off the back of the rim. White controls the rebound and brings it into the front court, goes coast to coast, but Nobles comes across from the backside and rejects that shot. Pass from Culver to number 14, Jordan Brannon, and he scores the basket. Richard Anderson fouled him. It's his first foul, team's fourth. At the line, shooting one, number 14, Jordan Brandon. Drains that free throw shot, and Pioneers are up 14-7. Full court pressure, man-to-man by the Pioneers. Danzler has the ball on the side. White's going to fly in, and he's going to draw the foul. That foul's called on Culver. That's his first. That's team's second. White was in the act of shooting, so he's going to go to the line for two. Up and down action here to start the game. Every free throw is going to be important going forward. White drains his first one. And White's second shot is up and it's good. So Southwestern only down 5 points. 14-9 early in this. Oh, a half-court trap by Southwestern. Culver breaks it, but he picks up his dribble. Brandon finds Nobles, but before he can go up for the shot, we have an offensive foul called on Jordan Brandon. His first, team's third. Madkin steps over and draws the charge, and it's a good thing because Nobles hammered it home. Full court pressure trap by the Pioneers, trying to put a little pressure. They get the ball to Danzler in the middle of the floor. Trap's broken. Now White's controlling the ball for Southwestern. Good kick pass. Number 13 takes the shot. Richard Anderson, it goes over the backboard, and the ball goes over to Pioneers. Southwestern's going to press up a little bit here. Still 14-9 with 14 minutes and 37 seconds left in the game. Good action here so far. A double screen coming for Culver. Nobles has the ball. He swings it over to number 2, C.J. Obenwall, and he scores that basket. Mid-range jumper. Nice looking shot. Elevated, hung in the air, scores the basket. White bringing the ball up for Southwestern. Anderson gets up in the air and they bail him out with a blocking call. He was up in the air and had nowhere to go under his own basket. That's Ding's second personal foul. Team's fourth. And Richard Anderson will be at the line shooting 2. Big foul there. He had absolutely nowhere to go. He got up in the air under his own basket. He was actually behind the backboard. Anderson's first free throw is good. And the linebacker for Wayland Baptist is checking in, number 24, Hunter Henderson, 6'7" junior from Kellyville, Oklahoma. He has definitely been in the weight room, I can tell you that. If I was Wayland Baptist, I would post him up. Full court pressure again here for Southwestern, making Culver work to get the ball across the timeline. But it leaves one of their shooters wide open. He comes up short on 3. White dives in and loses the rebound, and Nobles collects it and scores. Timeout, Southwestern. Jordan Brandon was open for the 3, came up short, but Jack Nobles hustles and gets the rebound and has a clear path to the basket. Full timeout by the Eagles. I think Coach Rollins only wanted a 30-second timeout, but the referees are saying he didn't indicate it early enough, and so they converted it to a full. So a little bit longer break than we expected. Right now, Wayland Baptist is shooting lights out from the field goal range, 61% compared to Southwestern's 25, 33% from the three-point line compared to Southwestern's 20%. Both teams handling the ball pretty well, considering there's full court pressure going both ways. Both teams only have 1 turnover each. Right now, leading scorer for both teams is Nobles. He has 8 points. He's also the rebounding leader with 3. Danzler for Southwestern has 4 points. It's still early. Good action here. An 18-11 lead for Southwestern at the 13:46 mark. They're battling, trying to hang around as we move forward. Here we go, getting ready to get set and go back to action. Southwestern has the ball. Anderson's going to inbound the ball to White. And it looks like Wayland Baptist is going to play a little 1-3-1 zone. And White goes right down the floor and puts a rainbow 2 up and drains it. That'll get him out of the zone pretty quick if he continues to do that. Obenwald taking care of the ball, dribbles it off his own foot, and it goes over. Backcourt violation called on Wayland Baptist. He kind of dribbled it off his own foot, and it got away from him. Not much room on that side to work, and he ran out of real estate. So Southwestern will benefit, get the ball. Anderson inbounds the ball to White. White kicks it back over to Anderson. Danzler goes to work against the zone, comes up a little strong, and Culver brings the ball into the front court. Nobles receives the pass at the top of the key. Obenwald kicks it back over to Culver. Culver just throws the ball up, flops. Rebound ricochets off of one of the Southwestern players, and so Wayland Baptist will maintain possession with 14 seconds on the shot clock. Nobles kicks the ball over to Culver. Culver dribbling, looking for an opportunity. Running out of shot clock. He had to put it up. Brandon had to put it up and just banks it off the backboard right into White's hands. And Reese is going to walk into a three-pointer and miss it just a little long. And Wayland Baptist controls the rebound. Can't get a much better look than that. He was wide open, just couldn't make the shot. Culver controls the ball for Wayland Baptist. Obenwald at the top of the key. White's playing really good defense on Culver at the moment. They were trying to set screens for him and just not get him open. Nobles makes a great pirouette move, but comes up a little wide on his shot, and Danzler pulls the rebound. Southwestern White controls the ball in the front court. Kicks over to Anderson. Anderson to Reese. Good ball movement by Southwestern to give Danzler a wide open 3 from Madkin. Excellent ball movement. Every player on the floor touched the ball in that possession for Southwestern to pull the score 16-18. In for Wayland, 0. Peyton Havens checks in for Jordan Brandon, excuse me. Southwestern going to stay up in a full court pressure here. Madkins guarding Havens, trying to get him to go into a trap. We got a traveling violation. It was obvious, didn't know if they were going to call it. Hunter Henderson got a little nervous, turns the ball over. That's going to get him off the floor immediately. And Washington is checking in for Wayland Baptist. First time he touched the ball, Henderson turns it over, so the coach pulls him. White controls the ball, brings it up court. A 1-3 zone being played by Wayland Baptist. Nice take by Richard Anderson. He split the zone and went straight to the front of the rim and scores the layup. Full court pressure. Handled by Culver. Obenwall back over to Culver. Culver's going strong to the basket. Gets up in the air. Throws it up and misses. And fortunately bounces off of Washington. Wayland Baptist is going to substitute Obenwall out for number 1, Fillmore. White's controlling the ball for the Eagles. Passes it ahead to Madkins. Back to White. Over to Anderson. Still in that little 1-3-1. Well, actually, at this, Danzler thought he saw Reese open, but he was not. So Culver intercepts the pass. Goes the length of the court. We're going to get a blocking call called on number 14. Christian White, his second. Culver's going to be at the line shooting 2. They actually switched out of the 1-3-1 to a matchup zone, and it caused a turnover. Matthew Malloy's going to check in for the Pioneers, in for the Eagles. Number 10, Bo Archer, into the game for the first time for the Eagles. Scores 18-18. Culver's at the line for one more shot. And he drains the free throw. Pioneers are going to fall back on defense. Still at this point a little matchup 2-3 zone. Really active on it though. Bo Archer in to try to break that zone. Nice dump down from Reese to Danzler. Beautiful ball movement for Southwestern's lead. Takes the lead 20-19. Good work there. Culver working against. Danzler's going to get the foul called on him. That's his first. Team 6th. Reporting for the Eagles, number 4, Jermaine Henderson. I thought he played pretty good defense there. He moved his feet, but they called him with the body. Culver into Malloy. Havens moving the ball at the top of the key. Long three-point shot. Long three-point shot for Trey Fillmore. He was deep. Ball kicked ahead to Madkins. Gets his man up in the air with a good ball fake. Over to Henderson. Back to Anderson. Henderson probing. Finds Bo Archer, who goes baseline. Tries to hit Danzler and turns the ball over. A lot of traffic in there. But then Trey Fillmore thought his player was going to cut. Backdoor, did not, and he ends up throwing the ball away. Southwestern's ball, 9:54, down 2 points, 20-22, with 9:54 left in the game. Little full court pressure by the Pioneers. Henderson handles that with no problem. Goes into a floater, and Culver controls the rebound coast to coast, and he draws the foul on Danzler. He is a handful. When he gets downhill, he is hard to handle. That's Danzler's second foul, team's 6th foul. So Danzler's going to have to check out of the game, and Emmanuel Solon in for Southwestern. Danzler with 9 points is the leading Southwestern scorer, but he's going to have to come out of the game. So we're going to have to find some offense somewhere else. Culver drains his three, completes the three-point play. little token pressure by the Pioneers. Henderson almost turns it all over, but Bo Archer gets a wide open three. Henderson finds him in the corner, and Bo Archer drains it. Pulls Southwestern within one. Culver throws up a pair. Malloy rebounds it, misses it. Uncontested layup, missed. And Madkin brings the ball into the front court. Anderson over to Bo Archer. Bo Archer tries to step back, and when he does, he dribbles the ball, turns it over. Anderson almost gets the steal. Madkins almost gets the steal. Culver tries the long three. Havens gets the rebound, dumps it down. Missed again, and Malloy's there for the putback. Little chaos there. Falls the Pioneers' way. They lead 26-23 with 8:35 left in the game. Madkin dribbles the ball off his foot, results in the turnover. Checking in for Wayland, Gage Holsey. Back into the game for Eagles, number 11, Terrence Reese, and also number 22, Jakeem Wynn. Up and down pace here. Both teams using substitutions freely. Got a book question over at the table, so the referees are trying to sort that out. While they do that, Southwestern is going to rotate up into a full court pressure during this delay. Not sure what the question is at the moment. I think they have the score wrong on the scoreboard. On our online stats, we have the score as 27-23. On the scoreboard, it's 26-23. So they're trying to sort that out. They missed the free throw. Culver completed his three-point play, and that's what they missed on the board. So we got to square it away. So it is 27-23, Wayland Baptist. We're going to get a foul called. Foul's called on number 12. Sullen, that's his first, but that is the that's going to put the Eagles into the bonus. Having some trouble with the scoreboard. It's not showing the bonus. But it is the 18th foul. So number 23, Malloy, is at the line shooting 1-1. And he misses first free throw. And Solon goes in for the rebound. Bo Archer controls the ball in the front court. Henderson takes it from Archer. Over to Solon. He drives, kicks it out to Henderson. Henderson likes that little floater, but he comes up short. And Havens controls the rebound for the Pioneers. Into the front court, being pressured by Henderson. Tough sledding right now for the Pioneers. They're having a hard time getting an open look. 40 on the block. Finds Malloy underneath with nobody around. And he missed another layup. That's the second layup that he's missed, totally uncontested. But Solon turns the ball over. And number 22, Halsey, converts and puts the Pioneers up 29-23. Reese on the block with the basket. Turns, misses his shot. Rebound by Washington. And the Pioneers are in the front court. Number 1, Trey Fillmore pulls up for 3, misses, and the ball goes over to Southwestern. We have a timeout on the floor. Called by Southwestern. It's a 30-second timeout. Southwestern's down 23-29 with 6:49 to go in the first half. Up and down game. A lot of up and down, quick shots. So a good test here. Southwestern's hanging around. I think it's the style of game that Southwestern would prefer. A little bit up and down, helter-skelter. And as long as they can hang around. Southwestern is going to bring the ball in. Over to Madkin. Bo Archer stepped out of bounds. And so he turned the ball over. I think that's his third turnover. He hit his three-pointer. I was hoping he might just start pulling them. So, little pressure by Anderson against Havens to see if he can handle it. He gets the ball over. Nobles is back in the game, squares up against 3, misses. Henderson deflects the ball out, and fortunately, Southwestern is fortunate there. But then Solon turns the ball over, gets stripped from behind. And then the Pioneers, again, little helter-skelter, throws the ball away. Kafisi from Switzerland is checking in the game, along with Washington. So it'll be Southwestern's ball, still down 6 points with 6 minutes left. Anderson brings the ball up for Southwestern. Working against Kafisi, I guess is how you'd say his name. Puts the ball on the floor, going to go all the way to the rim. Washington blocks the shot, and it is deflected off of Danzler. Coach Rollins is begging for the call, but from here it looked like Washington stayed pretty straight up and down. Kafisi brings the ball up. Archer is on him. Reese is playing behind Nobles. That's a mistake. He just powers the ball up, makes the 2 points, puts the Pioneers up by 8. Anderson brings the ball into the front court, kicks it over to Madkins. He kicks it out to Reese. Reese is short on his three-point shot. And Halsey controls the rebound, but then on the fast break, Washington turns the ball over. Now White is back in for Southwestern and Culver back in for the Pioneers. Long break there for Culver. White's going to bring the ball up the floor against a little token one-on-one pressure. Southwestern setting the play up, kicks the ball over to Madkins. Danzler's coming out to set a screen. He slips the screen. Madkin almost fell down. Too much dribbling. And he's going to get bailed out by a foul on number 1, Trey Fillmore. 15th foul. Felt like Madkin got himself in trouble. And we've got a technical foul called on number 13 for Southwestern, Richard Anderson. And that's going to get him pulled out of the game. That has been a continuing issue, at least for home games, for the men. And Coach Rollins is trying to get a handle on that. Culver's going to be at the line shooting the technical foul. Richard Anderson is going to get pulled off the floor, and Bo Archer is going to replace him. Culver makes the free throw. Just a silly technical foul, running his mouth, I guess, is what we're hearing. And Culver hits both free throws. And now Madkin will be on the line on this end, shooting 2. Free points for the Pioneers. Totally unnecessary, just lost composure. Madkin's at the line, misses his first shot. Number 24, Hunter Henderson, checks in for Wayland Baptist. 3 of the 4 home games here at Southwestern, Coach Rollins has had a player, Madkins makes his second one, has had a player get a technical foul. And I know him well enough to know that he doesn't like it and he's working on it, but it's going to take a little bit as the culture is being built here at Southwestern under his tutoring. Henderson rebounds the long three-point miss and puts back the layup. Little run here by Pioneers to take the lead by 9, 35-24. Bo Archer receives a pass from White. Matt can get the ball at the top of the key. Going to probe down the middle of the lane, gets in the air, and is going to get back to the line on the foul call. Foul's called on number 21. Kafisi. I'm probably brutalizing his last name, but that's about the best I can do with it. And there's going to be a timeout called. Timeout, Pioneers. Southwestern's down 35-24. Kind of got a little run there by the Pioneers. Southwestern was right there within 3 points, and now all of a sudden we're down by 9. But we're still in the game. 4 minutes left in the first half. They're fighting. And Madkin will be at the line shooting his second free throw. And he missed that shot. He's shooting 3, actually. He missed 2. Actually, he was just shooting 2. And he makes that shot. Pull within 10 with 4 minutes and 15 seconds left. Southwestern's in a little 2-3 zone. Nobles pulls up and misses a jumper at about the free throw line. White, nice dribbling, kicks the ball over to Archer, who tries to throw it back to White. Probably an ill-advised pass. Culver on the break. Misses the finger roll, but it's off of Southwestern. Shot clock is going to go to 20. Culver is a handful when he gets going downhill. He's long, he's fast, and he can elevate. Inbounds to Nobles on the block. That's dangerous there. He's just a load, but Reese fights him off, stays in good position, and rebounds the miss. White controls the ball in the front court. He's probing, kicks the ball over to Madkin. Mackin over to Archer. Back to White in the corner. Corner pulls. White pulls up, misses 3. Danzler gets a good rebound and 1. Henderson stuck his hands in, hit Danzler right in the face, and that's Henderson's first foul. Danzler will be shooting 1. Good opportunity here to pull us within 7. And he buries it. And that'll get Obenwald back up off the bench, back into the game for the Pioneers. So the Pioneers bring the ball across the half-court line. Southwestern still in a 2-3, and unfortunate. Their player threw the ball right into Mackin's leg, and it rolled down his foot and off, and he picks it up, and they call kickball. Jordan Brandon will check back in the game for the Pioneers. Unfortunately, we had a wide-open White streaking for the basket, and Madkins found him, but they called a kickball. Southwestern stays in this zone. Nobles over to Brandon, ball fake. Back out to Culver. And we're going to get an offensive foul called by Jordan Brandon. He got up in the air to make the pass, and Reese stepped under and received the offensive foul, which is big. And so now Washington and Ding check back in for the Pioneers. Also checking in for the Pioneers, number 22, Holsey. Or Holst, how do you say his last name? Danzler's going to control the ball, coming up the floor, brings it over the half-court line. Madkins takes a handoff from him. Madkins is putting the ball on the floor, steps back into a long 3, way too strong. Rebound controlled by Ding. Culver brings the ball over the half-court line. Danzler's got to be a little bit careful. He's got 2 fouls on him, and he's being tasked with handling Culver. Obenwald goes to the basket, gets up in the air, but White is going to be called for the foul. That's his 3rd personal. He'll have to set the rest of the half. Obenwald's going to be at the line shooting 2. That's a big foul because White handles the point guard responsibilities a big portion of the time for Southwestern. So that's a critical foul. Obenwald misses his free throw. Jermaine Henderson checks in to take over on the floor for White. Obenwald makes his 2nd free throw. So 36-28. Southwestern down. Henderson kicks the ball over to Danzler. Danzler kicks it back to Henderson. Coach Rollins calling offensive play. Guys are moving to get into position. Henderson gets headed towards the hole, kicks it to Archer. Nothing there. Archer's trying to penetrate. Kicks it out to Reese, and Reese is going to travel. Had Ding at 6'11" jumping out on him and kind of messed him up a little bit. So now Nobles and Henderson check back in for the Pioneers. 36-28, 2 minutes left in the first half. Oh, easy basket for Nobles. He got great position on Reese, and he tried to front him. And as thick as he is, you can't front him because he just holds you off and receives the basketball and goes straight to the hole. Easy layup for him. Henderson with the ball deep in the corner, out to Madkins. Madkins checks with Rollins, Coach Rollins, to see what he wants to do. He gets the call. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Madkins scoops it up with his left hand and scores the basket. 38-30 with 1:23. Southwestern hanging around. Playing scrappy right now. Nobles on the block again. Just no. Ooh, he dragged his pivot foot gets called for the traveling violation. He's begging for a body foul, but I think it's a good no call. And Ding and Washington check back in. We've got a little bit of offense-defense substitution going on by the Pioneers. Danzer throws the ball inbounds to Henderson, and Southwestern brings the ball up. Got a good stop there. Need to score. Henderson tries to kick the ball to Reese, and Reese is going to get fouled by Ding, and that's his third. That's going to get Nobles and Henderson up off the bench to sub into the game for the Pioneers. And in for the Eagles for the first time, Lincoln Seward. Reese will be at the line, shooting 1-1. 2 big free throws here. Also checking in for the Eagles, number 22, Jakeem Wynn. The story of the game right now is Wayland Baptist has scored 22 points in the paint compared to Southwestern's 12. They are just strong and tall inside. And Reese made them both. 38-32 with 58 seconds left. Havens in for Pioneers, dumps the ball at the free throw line for Nobles, and he threw an air ball, but it deflects off of Southwestern. So 20 seconds on the shot clock, 48 seconds on the game clock. Ball inbounded to Nobles. And Obenwall steps out of bounds. He received the ball from Nobles deep in the corner, steps out of bounds. Washington and Malloy checking in for Pioneers, and Danzler checking in for the Eagles. A lot of offense-defense substitutions going on right now. A little full court pressure being applied by the Pioneers. Henderson gets the inbounds pass, working against Havens. And Southland turns the ball over. Here comes Culver downhill. Throws it up, misses. Malloy gets another rebound, misses another layup. And Madkins gets the rebound in traffic. We're fortunate there. Culver had a good look. Malloy had a good look. Foul was called on number 23. Malloy, that's his first. Madkins will be at the line shooting 2. And again, substitutions coming for both teams. Was a little concerned when Culver got that downhill momentum going. I thought we might pick up a foul, but we were very fortunate there. Little confusion on foul count. Scoreboard, the foul count is not working correctly, and so there's just a little bit of confusion. Atkins makes his first free throw, and then Nobles checks into the game, and Fillmore for the Pioneers, and in for the Eagles, 22 Wynn and 23 Seward check in. Mackin completes the second shot, makes it. Gets Southwestern within 4 points with 25 seconds left. Shot clock is off. Havens has the ball at the top of the key. Southwestern in man-to-man. Havens being pressured. Kicks it out to Obenwall, who buries the three-point shot. Nice drive and dish to give a 7-point cushion for Southwestern. So at the end of the first half, Pioneers 41, Southwestern 34. So Southwestern hanging around. in a pretty tough first half played. So your percentages, Wayland Baptist shooting 41% from field goal and Southwestern shooting 39%. And from the three-point line, the two teams are absolutely even. 3 for 10 for both schools for 30%. Free throw percentage, Southwestern's winning that battle, 86% from the line compared to Wayland Baptist, 66. On the board, Southwestern holding their own, 17-15. Wayland has 17 rebounds. Southwestern has 15. Overall assists pretty even, 9-6. Steals, Wayland Baptist is doing much better there. They've stolen the ball 7 times compared to Southwestern's 0 steals. Southwestern's turned the ball over 11 times and 9 for Wayland. Your leading scorers. Nobles leading Wayland Pioneers with 12 points. Danzler with 12 points from Southwestern. Nobles is leading the rebounder for the Pioneers with 3. Danzler has 4. And your assist leader for the Pioneers, 4 for Culver and 2 for Madkins for Southwestern. Bench scoring, the Pioneers using their bench a lot more this evening are leading that battle 9-3. It's the points in the paint, 22 points in the paint for the Pioneers compared to 12 for Southwestern. And then points off turnovers, 10-4 in favor of the Pioneers. Again, your leading scorer for the Pioneers, Jack Nobles with 12, followed by J.J. Culver with 9 and C.J. Obenwall with 8. Your leading scorers for Southwestern, 12 points for Danzler. And following him, Madkin has 6 and Reese has 5. Overall, pretty good first half. If we can clean up our turnovers a little bit, get rid of some of those steals, and hit a few three-pointers, we're right in the game. Only trailing 7 at the half, 41-34. So setting up for a good second half of action. We have a few people that are in foul trouble going forward for the Pioneers. Ding has 3 personal fouls, and Jordan Brandon has 2 personal fouls. No one else really in any trouble. On the Southwestern side, 3 players with 2 fouls. Danzler, Anderson, and White all have 2. And so, actually, I think I want to correct that. I believe Christian White has 3 personal fouls for Southwestern. So, not too much foul trouble, but we'll see going forward. I encourage you to stick around. We're going to take a little bit of break here. My name is Steve Ely. I'm here at Southwestern Christian University. Thank you for joining us. It's been a great first half, and I hope you'll stick around for the second half as we watch these two teams battle it out. We'll be back in just a few moments. Welcome back to Southwestern Christian University. Halftime's almost over here in the men's game. Men are trailing 34-41. Southwestern playing Wayland Baptist Pioneers. Third team in the nation, and Southwestern's playing them close. Been touch and go in the first half. A lot of fouls called in the first half. 20 personal fouls called in the first half. But Southwestern's right there within striking distance. Again, my name is Steve Ely. I'll be with you for the second half, calling the game. We appreciate you joining us on this cold November night. My partner in crime, Danny Nix, is on a cruise, getting away from the cold weather. I guess he knew what the weather was going to be like, so he decided it was best to go hit a boat. But we're glad you're with us this evening, and we look forward to a good second half, and hope you'll stick around and watch the entirety of the game. Southwestern will start with the ball to start the second half. They'll be going from left to right on your screen. Good showing by Southwestern here in the first half. Points in the paint differential in the game right now. 22 points in the paint for Wayland Baptist. Interesting lineup choice here by adding Malloy into the starting lineup for Wayland Baptist. He struggled in the first half. He had several missed layups coming off the bench. Looks like Wayland's going to start off in a zone. We kind of expected to see this going forward in the season to test Southwestern's outside shooting ability. Good dump down pass to the free throw line from White to Danzler, and he turns around and just strokes it. Southwestern's in his zone. Little interesting starter there, too. Bo Archer in the lineup as a starter. Culver misses the three-point shot. Madkin's fighting for the rebound, goes all the way in the backcourt. But now Obenwall is going to get bailed out on a cheap foul called by number 11. Terrence Reese, his second. Team's first. At the line, Obenwall will be shooting two. Long rebound all the way out into the backcourt, kind of messed with the Southwestern's rotation and didn't get any defensive help on that side. Obenwall hits his first free throw. As I mentioned, Coach Rollins trying to get this culture right. Danzler with the rebound on the missed free throw. Has Archer in as a starter rather than Anderson, who picked up that technical foul in the first half. It's been a reoccurring issue, not just on him, several players, and I think Coach Rollins is just trying to get the message across. Danzler misses a contested layup. Culver gets the rebound, pushes hard into the front court. Malloy puts the ball on the deck and misses the layup, but he steals the ball from Danzler and puts it in. He slapped down and gets the ball and makes the layup. Shaking his head, going back down the court. He can't believe he's missed so many easy shots, but he's still fighting hard. Turnover on White there. Bad pass over to Madkin. That gets Havens in the game. I guess Malloy, he's still shaking his head as he goes to the bench. I guess the coach decided he had seen enough missed layups. Even though he fought hard and got his own and put it back in, I think coach is just mystified that he keeps missing all these little easy ones around the basket. So he pulls him and brings Havens in his place. Culver's going to control the ball. Now gives it over to Obenwall, over to Havens. Southwestern still in a 2-3 zone. Havens is really looking at Nobles at the free throw line. Culver misses the three. Long rebound by Brandon. Havens puts it up, misses. Reese gets the rebound, hands it off to White. White pushes ahead. Now Wayland back into a man-to-man, and White beats Havens to the basket, scores 2 points. Southwestern going to stay in this zone. Force Wayland Baptist to beat him from the outside. And as many points in the paint as we gave up in the first half, I'm kind of glad to see this. Culver ducks his head, goes to the basket, throws a wild shot off the backboard, and the ball careens out of bounds and goes over to Southwestern. Washington in for Wayland Baptist. Culver is hard to handle going to the hole, but he gets a little out of control at times and takes some off-balance shots. White controls the ball, brings it across the timeline. Kicks it to Madkins. Over to Reese. Reese is going to pull the three and come up way short. Shot really flat. No air under that ball at all. Obenwall brings the ball in the front court. Madkins gambles. Almost causes a turnover. Kick back out to Obenwall, and he's going to bury the three-point shot. White handling the ball for Southwestern. Brings it over the half-court line. Being guarded by Havens. Picks up a screen. Back to Reese at the top of the key. Puts the ball. Washington goes up and blocks it. Culver quickly down the floor. Scores the 2 points. White handles the full court pressure by Wayland. Oh, dribbles behind his back in traffic. Turns it over. Havens goes in, throws it up, and somehow the ball goes in. Danzler to Madkins. Madkins steps out of bounds. And now the ball goes over to the Pioneers. Timeout. Eagles, good timeout by Coach Rollins. A little out of control. We were right there with them, and then the 3 straight turnovers results in a little run here. 51-38 with 16 minutes and 19 seconds left. Southwestern had scored 2 possessions in a row. Got a couple good stops, scored a couple possessions in a row, and then all of a sudden, turnovers. Turnovers. We have 15 turnovers to their 9. And they've scored 14 points off of our turnovers. That's your difference in your game right there, folks. You take those turnovers away and the points off those turnovers, and we're actually winning by 1 point. All right, it'll be Southwestern's ball under their own basket. Or correction. Forgot about the turnover. Wayland Baptist ball. Havens controlling the ball at the top of the key. Southwestern still in a little bit of a zone. They dump the ball down to Nobles on the baseline, and he's going to get called for an offensive foul. Easy call. That's his first foul. Washington's going to check in for Malloy. Danzler inbounds the ball to White. Little full court pressure by the Pioneers. Danzler's going to get the ball across the timeline with Havens on him. He walked and the refs missed it. Reese with the ball kicks it over to Bo Archer, and he calls a foul on Terrence Reese, his third. Checking in for the Pioneers, number 1, Trey Fillmore. There's a little odd foul call there. I didn't see much contact, but they called it. I think they're trying to get a handle on the physicality of this game. Havens kicks the ball over to Obenwall. Madkins kicks the ball, so play stops there. Havens has the ball at the top of the key, into Nobles. Finds offside Culver to Fillmore for the 3. Comes up short. Danzler controls the rebound, kicks it ahead to Bo Archer. And Bo Archer gets hammered, just absolutely hammered under the basket by number 11, Jack Nobles. His second, and Bo Archer will go to the line for 2. Nobles is a big boy, takes up a lot of space, and he hammered Bo Archer. And then a technical foul called on Jack Nobles. Not sure why, but Bo Archer will be at the line shooting the technical. That'll be Nobles' third personal foul. Archer makes the first free throw. Could be a 4-point swing here. Archer makes the second one. Nobles is pleading his case with the referee, but the technical foul is going to stick. We're going to have substitutions for the Pioneers. Number 40, Washington. Number 23, Malloy. And back into the game after the technical foul in the first half, number 13, Richard Anderson. Actually, he's going to be in for the shooter, Bo Archer, so he'll still have to sit for just a second. Bo Archer strokes the third free throw. And now the substitutions into the game. Reese takes the seat for Southwestern as Anderson enters the game. And Bo Archer will be at the line for his fourth free throw. And to bring it to a 9-point game. And he makes all four of his free throws. Brings the score 51-42. Obenwald brings the ball up court for the Pioneers. Good play there. Malloy receives the ball at the free throw line, almost turns it over. Culver is going to go baseline, get up in the air. Nobody there. Somehow finds Malloy, who finally makes a free throw on a great pass from Culver. And the foul was called on number 5, Danzler. His third. At the line shooting will be number 23, Malloy. He makes his free throw. Gave up 3 of those 4 points right off the bat. I may have my foul count wrong, and I think Danzler only has 2 personal fouls, but we'll check that here in just a moment. Bo Archer turns the corner, tries to do a little running floater in the lane, gets rejected. Culver comes up floor, finds a wide open Fillmore, who misses his 3. Scramble for the ball. Obenwald kicks it back out to Fillmore. Deflection over to Obenwald, and he's going to set it back up with 13 seconds on the shot clock. Obenwald steps into a long three-pointer, misses off the front of the wheel, and White steps in and gets the rebound, and number 1 tries to tie him up and instead gets a foul called on him. Fillmore with his second foul, 4th team foul. D'Angelo will inbound the ball to White. White brings the ball up with Obenwald and Pioneers back into man-to-man. That's going to be an easy offensive foul called on White. Gets up in the air with nowhere to go. And that's his 4th personal foul, and that'll get Jermaine Henderson up off the bench. That's a big foul right there. 4 fouls each for both teams. Obenwald handling the point guard duties for the Pioneers. We're in a man-to-man. Archer's on Obenwald. Washington's going to come up and set a pick. And Obenwald's going to end up with almost a wide open layup, but misses it. Anderson picks up the rebound. Madkins over to Bo Archer, step on the three-point line, and the ball goes all the way in and kicks out. I'm not sure how that didn't stay in. Fortunately, Washington slapped the ball out of bounds, so the ball remains with Southwestern with 20 seconds on the shot clock. Trailing by 8 points with 13:57 left in the game. Henderson's going to set the ball up out top. Good back cut by Danzler, but he couldn't handle the pass. Fortunately, it goes off of Culver's fingertips, out of bounds, and with 9 seconds on the shot clock, Southwestern have the ball under their own basket. Great pass. It's a little bit too much mustard on it. Anderson tried to give the ball to Archer on an impossible cut, and so we end up turning the ball over, and Obenwall squares up 3, misses. Archer goes in and gets a big rebound, kicks the ball over to Henderson. Henderson's bringing the ball up the floor for Southwestern. Wayland's back in the little bit 2-3 zone. Dumps it at the free throw line for Danzler. Back to Henderson. Out to Anderson. Fakes the 3. Gets up under. Just couldn't do the up and under. It was a tough attempt. Culver controls the basketball in the front court for Wayland. Kicks it down to Malloy on the block. He kicks it offside. Obenwall has the ball, passes on the shot. Back to Malloy, back to Culver, back to Freeman. And he scores the 2-point. Fillmore, 2 points. Good patience there by Wayland. Got a good-looking shot out of it. Danzler kicks it over to Anderson. Deflected out of bounds by Fillmore. So Southwestern made a little dent in the lead, but had it within 9 points. And now Wayland has extended the lead back out to 14 points. Danzler gets the inbounds pass, turns, and immediately goes to the basket and scores the layup to cut it to 12. Danzler leads all scorers with 14 points at the moment. Matkins against Malloy is a big mismatch size-wise there. Malloy is tough. He just can't finish the free throw. He misses. Henderson's pushing the ball hard, no numbers. And instead of pulling it out, shoots it from the free throw line, misses the shot, and then picks up a silly foul. Out of control there. That's his first personal foul. Henderson in for Wayland. Comes in from Malloy. I think coach has seen enough missed layups there from Malloy. Been a tough night for him. He's 2 for 6. And most of them have been within 2 feet of the basket. And some of them uncontested. The last one he got hit in the head, but most of them uncontested. Henderson muscles up and misses another layup. And so Southwestern gets the ball back with a chance to cut into the lead. Anderson in the front court. Danzler kicks it over to Madkin. Madkin thought about hitting a cutting Henderson, but instead kicks it to Archer. Archer gets up in the air, skip past to Henderson, and he steps out of bounds. So a turnover. That's going to get Reese into the game for Southwestern, and Henderson's going to come off. A little sporadic there for Henderson, a little out of control. Coach Rollins having to dig a little bit for a point guard right now. With White on the bench in foul trouble. Fillmore is left unattended and hits a wide open 3. No contest at all on the part of the Eagles there. And this is slipping away. We need to cut into this lead a little bit with 11-14 left, down by 15 points. Swinging the ball around the top of the key. In a little zone, 2-3 zone. Archer kicks the ball into Reese. Nice pass to Danzler. Momentum takes him out of the lane, but he turns and able to elevate and score. Leads all scorers with 16 points. Obenwall has the ball at the top of the key over to Culver. Culver takes the baseline, misses a layup, and rebounds, gets his own rebound, makes the basket, and then there's a timeout, 30-second timeout by the Pioneers. Again, it's a steady diet of points in the paint. 30 points in the paint for the Pioneers compared to Southwestern 16. The bench scoring for the Pioneers is pretty substantial difference there too. 7 for Southwestern, 21 for the Pioneers. And then again, the difference in the game is the points off of turnovers. The Pioneers have scored 17 points off of Southwestern's 19 turnovers. Again, I think a little bit of that is the byproduct of scrambling for a point guard with White in foul trouble. Henderson just a little out of control tonight at times, and it's resulted in a couple of costly turnovers here as the game was tight, and then it just kind of took a different turn just simply because of the turnovers. So got to get it back under control pretty rapidly here, or it's going to be tough sledding to catch up. If you're around on Saturday, I encourage you to tune in. We've got a couple of games. Southwestern Lady Eagles and the men will be taking on Panhandle State at 2 o'clock for the ladies, and Oklahoma Panhandle State and 3:45 for the men. So 2 and 3:45, you can tune right back here. We'll be at home, Oklahoma Panhandle State. Richard Anderson a little out of control, turns the ball over, tries to drive and just loses it out of bounds. Again, point guard play is hurting us a little bit right now. White kept us in it, handling the ball. Culver brings it on down. Nice find underneath the basket to Henderson, but good defense, good hands by Madkin. Reaches in, pulls the ball away. It goes out of bounds off of Henderson. So the ball is Southwestern's. Bo Archer set to inbounds the pass. Throws it to Anderson in the corner. Anderson breaks the press. Kicks it over to Bo Archer. Madkin's deep in the corner. Back out top to Archer, a little two-man game. Madkin puts the ball on the floor, turns the corner, goes left-handed to avoid the contact and scores the 2 points. Obenwall brings the ball over the half-court line, kicks the ball out to Culver. He gets up in the air, and we get a foul called on Archer. That's his first. 16th foul, and Henderson checks back into the game for Southwestern. Archer limping a little bit, not sure what happened. Trying to stretch out. He's trying to stretch out his calf. I'm not really sure what he did. Yeah, he's got a cramp, I think, in his calf. Havens in for Pioneers, as well as Noble and Washington. Southwestern going to go man-to-man on the out-of-bounds play. Culver falls down. He tried to backcourt cut and slips. Havens kicks the ball out to Fillmore, and he gets fouled on a three-point shot by Henderson. That's his second. So Fillmore will be at the line shooting 3. Been a rough night for Henderson. Just hadn't quite gotten into the flow of the game. Fillmore missed the first free throw. Two free throws left. 61-48 with 9:22 left in the game. Fillmore makes the second. And Henderson will take a seat. And number 22, Jakeem Wynn, will check in for Southwestern. He's 1 for 2 from the line. And he's 2 for 3 from the line. Richard Anderson handling the ball. Hands it off to Madkins. Madkins puts his hand down. He's going to get a little body for 0. Havens, his first, team's 5th foul.
Pioneers, number 33, Boyo.
Ding Boyo checking in for the Pioneers. Danzler, easy basket. Whistle blown on basket interference, but the ball was already through the hoop when they called it. So good inbounds pass. That's twice tonight that Southwestern's caught Wayland Baptist asleep on the inbound. Long 3-point shot attempted by Fillmore, comes up short. Southwestern's got the ball. Madkins handles the ball. We're going to get an illegal screen called on number 1. Madkin, his second. And number 14, Jordan Brandon comes in. Good work for number 22. Awesome work. Got a steal. Jakeem Wynn on the inbound pass. About to fall out of bounds. Finds a flashing Danzler who's able to contort his body and get a layup. Fillmore misses the layup. Nobles corrals the rebound. And he's going to get fouled by Madkins for his 3rd personal foul. And Nobles is going to go to the line. Nobles is a bull in the china closet. He is tough to handle down there. He's so strong. He misses his free throw. Anderson pulls the rebound and streaking down court. Going to go 1 against 2 and misses the layup. Havens back down, kicks the ball to Jordan Brandon and misses the 3, and Madkins gets the rebound. Madkin handling the ball up top, being pressured by Culver. Madkin breaks that, and he's going to get called for the offensive foul. Just unwilling to give the ball up at times, and it's costing him. Obenwald is going to check back in for Pioneers, and number 23, Lincoln Seward, in for the Eagles. Southwestern's got some foul trouble with Christian White with 4 fouls, and now Darius Madkins with 4 fouls. 2 of their main guards in foul trouble. Full court pressure for Southwestern, down 63 to 52 with 7:43 left. So they're still within striking range, but going to have to quit making all these silly turnovers. They've got Havens trapped in the backcourt. He finds Culver. Culver finds Noble. Noble hits the layup and draws the foul. And number 5, Danzler, and that's his 4th personal foul. That's a huge foul because Danzler is leading all scorers with 22 points. I'm not sure where Southwestern is going to go for points if he is out of the game. Nobles hits the free throw. Anderson brings the ball up for Southwestern. Sets up the offense. Backdoor cut. And Culver reaches in and deflects it, steals it. Culver dunks the ball. And this game is starting to get out of control a little bit now. Anderson over to Reese, and Reese is standing out of bounds, and we have another turnover. That's 24 turnovers for Southwestern. The turnover bug has been kind of reoccurring for Southwestern, and it's certainly been an issue this evening. 23 turnovers. Bo Archer checks in for Danzler. Culver controlling the ball for the Pioneers. Anderson putting pressure on him. Dumps the ball to Nobles. And number 22, Jakeem Wynn, steals the ball, gets it back. Wide open three, misses the shot. Anderson gets the rebound, goes up, gets bumped by Nobles, no call, missed the shot, and Nobles controls the rebound. Should have been a foul called there. Havins controlling the ball for the Pioneers. Tries the muscles way in, almost falls down. 7 seconds left on the shot clock. Obenwald has the ball. And Nobles gets the rebound, puts it back up and misses. Sullen gets the rebound. And then Anderson turns the ball over to Culver. Culver's going to dunk this. And he misses the dunk. And then picks up a silly foul. Actually, they're going to call the foul on Havens, his second. Fans letting him hear it a little bit. Culver went up for a two-handed slam and missed it. Number 22, Jakeem Wynn will be at the line shooting 2. Actually, that's the 6th personal foul, so they will not be shooting. And Ding Boyo is going to check back in for Wayland. Henderson back in for Southwestern. Anderson taking care of the ball. Kicks over to Henderson. Back to Anderson. Into Reese. Swarming defense. Over to Wynn. He gets up in the air and turns the ball over for the 26th turnover for Southwestern. Culver out of control. Throws it off on the Southwestern player that goes out of bounds. He's fortunate. He a little out of control at times this evening for Culver. Timeout. Pioneers. Well, the Pioneers have turned the ball over 13 times. The only problem is that Southwestern's turned it over 25 times. Points in the paint are finally starting to level out a little bit. 22 points in the paint for Southwestern compared to 36 for Wayland Baptist. It's 5 minutes and 31 seconds left. Southwestern finds themselves trailing 52-68. I think the story of the game really is rebounds are the same. Field goal percentages are very similar, 37 and 40. And then from the three-point line, 25 and 23. The difference in the game is the points off of turnovers, 22-8. You take those 22 points off the board, and Southwestern's winning by 6. So it's just something they're going to have to figure out. Guard play is going to have to improve. Got a little bit of delay here. There's something being discussed at the scorers table. Not sure exactly what, but it will be the Pioneers basketball under their own basket with 23 seconds left on the shot clock. I think it's a question over how many timeouts each team had left. And it looks like they've got it straightened out. And so the Pioneers have the ball now under their own basket, 23 seconds on the shot clock. Need a good stop here. Ball into Obenwald for a 3. He misses it, but Culver outworks everyone, gets rebound. Henderson flashes in to get the deflection, and we're on our way. He kicks the ball forward to Wynn, who passes up the three-point shot. Solon tries to drive in and gets stripped for the 27th turnover. Culver has the basketball. He turns the corner, goes hard to the hole, and he gets fouled. Reese with the foul. And that's his fourth foul. Two shots for Culver. And he makes his first shot. Checking back into the game for the Pioneers, 0, Peyton Havens. Christian White's checking back in for Southwestern. He's had to sit a long time with the 4 fouls. And then Bo Archer, still limping just a little bit, is checked back into the game. White said a long time, but we've got to have the point guard play. Culver makes his second free throw, and Gage Holsey is checking in for the Pioneers. Reese controls the ball at top. Anderson, good ball fake, but couldn't complete it. But number 23, Seward, gets the tip, puts it back in for his first basket of the game, and Southwestern calls timeout. Again, Southwestern fans, we want to encourage you to join us on Saturday, starting at 2 o'clock. The Lady Eagles will be playing. And then at 3:45, the men will be playing Oklahoma Panhandle State. Should be a good game. I don't know that much about Oklahoma Panhandle State as far as their record, but I'm sure they'll bring in some players. So I encourage you to join us and support your Eagles as they compete. Been kind of a chaotic, discombobulated style of game tonight, but it's Southwestern's had their opportunities. They've had it down to just single digits at time, and then it's just some key turnovers cost them at key moments, and every time that's happened, it's cost them an opportunity to level the playing field here. So timeout's over. Wayland Baptist going to be bringing the ball in. Southwestern in full court press. Southwestern's got 2 guys on the floor that have 4 fouls, so they have to be a little bit careful. Both White and Reese have 4 fouls. Deflected out of bounds. Stays with Wayland Baptist. He lofts the ball into Nobles. Oh, almost got a turnover, and then did. Reese stripped Nobles on the deflection on the way back by. Anderson over to Archer, down to Seward, out to White. And we're going to reset here, set up the offense. Bo Archer kicks the ball over to Anderson to a wide open 3-point shot for Reese, who misses. And Havens gets the rebound. Wayland's going to start running a little bit of clock off, it looks like. Havens is working against. He's going to get a foul called there. Lincoln Seward will pick up his first foul. But that's also going to put Havens on the line, shooting 2. And he makes his first free throw. The 14, Jordan Brannon checking back in. And number 5, Danzler, and 1, Madkin in for Southwestern. (71-54) with 3:49 left in the game. Running out of time. And Havens makes his second, and he comes out of the game for Mattia Kafisi. Anderson missed a long three-point shot. Culver gathers the rebound, brings it across the half-court line where he's being played by White. He has 4 fouls on him, so he's got to be a little bit careful. Kicks it over to Nobles. Nobles over to Obenwall. Actually, we have 3 players on the floor with 4 fouls, with Madkins also having 4 fouls. Good defense there by Madkins, turns the ball over. So Southwestern gets the ball back. Little full court pressure from Pioneers just to slow us down a little bit. Anderson turns the corner, nowhere to go. Danzer takes the ball in and controls his body and gets the 2-point basket and the foul. Good body control there. Kafisi gets the foul called on him. Danzler at the foul line, shooting one. Havens back in for Pioneers. Good body control there. If he wasn't able to twist in the air, he would have probably picked up the charge. Danzler misses his free throw. Nobles controls the rebound. Scores 56-72. Southwestern down. And that's going to do it, I think. Let me check my foul count. Nope. That's Richard Anderson, his third. But it does put them back on the line where Havens just hit 2. Now he's back again for 2. Havens has given them some valuable minutes off the bench. And he makes his free throw. Havens back at the line for his second free throw. And he misses that, but Culver skies in for the rebound. He'll pull it out top, and they'll run some clock. Have to account for Culver every minute, man. He can come flying in from nowhere, and he's going to get an offensive foul called on him. I'm not sure that was the appropriate or the right call, but we'll take it because that would have been Reese's 5th foul. So Culver picks up the foul. That's his second. I think Reese, it looked like to me Reese kind of slid under him a little bit, but we'll take it at the moment. Getting sweat off the floor, so play's been stopped for just a few moments. Wayland's going to stay in a full court press just to make Southwestern have to work a little harder to get the ball up and conserve a little bit of, keep Southwestern from conserving time. Danzler inbounds the ball to White, back to Danzler. The Pioneers fall out of that pressure. Danzler controlling the ball. Reese is going to pull up for a long 3 out of the corner and bury it. 73-62. Or correction, 73-59. I thought we were already at 62, but I was wrong. Havens controlling the ball. Good ball handler. Good either hand. Nobles underneath the basket, powers up, and gets the reach-in foul. Is going to be called on number 13. That's Richard Anderson's 4th foul. A lot of foul trouble for the Southwestern Eagles at the moment. And Nobles misses his first free throw. As a team, they're only shooting 69% from free throw. Makes his second. White back to Danzler. He'll bring the ball over the timeline. Actually kicks it over to White, who brings it over. Anderson down to Madkin. Madkin into Reese against Noble. Trying to bully his way in. Gets the basket and the foul. Called the foul on the body. Nobles doesn't like the call, but that's probably a good one. That's his 4th foul. Reese will be at the line shooting 1.
Number 11, Terrence Reese. 1 shot.
Reese at the line shooting 1. Cut it to 12. It looks like the Pioneers are going to call timeout before he takes the shot. So this is the closest Southwestern been for a little bit. Running out of time. 1 minute and 51 seconds left. 30-second timeout by the Pioneers. Hard-fought battle. Southwestern's threatened a few times, just never could get over the hump. Key turnovers, and of course, that the ability of the Pioneers to pound the ball in the paint has just really come into play. They have lived on the line tonight. They have taken 25 free throw shots. So they've been a lot of fouls called, a lot of free throw shots taken by both teams, 25 and 20. So 45 free throw attempts tonight. For all intents and purposes, everything pretty even, other than Southwestern shooting a little bit better, but just the turnovers. Reese at the line shooting the 1, and he misses it. It goes all the way in the basket and somehow comes out. Little full court pressure put on by the Eagles. Havens handles that. Minute 42 seconds left, down by 13 points. White with 4 fouls can't put too much pressure. Need him on the offensive end. Pick coming from Nobles. He slips that and rolls out of it. Havens didn't find him. Obenwald kicks it down to Nobles, and we're going to get the 5th foul on Reese, and that will be it for him. It's his 5th.
Number 11, Nobles to the line. 2 shots.
Wynn checking in for the Eagles. And Bo Archer checking in for the Eagles. Nobles makes the first. Now set to take his second shot, and he makes it. And ding.
Pioneers, number 33.
Boyo is in. Still pressure up for the Pioneers, just trying to get the Eagles to use a little clock. Danzler controls it over to White in the front court. He attacks, kicks it out. Good ball movement. Danzler fakes Culver completely off his feet and then misses the layup contested by Ding Bolio, but Bolio picks up the foul. His 4th. At the line shooting 2 be Danzler. Danzler makes his first, and Anderson in for the Eagles. Nobles in for the Pioneers. Danzler makes his second free throw as well. Culver controls the inbounds, kicks it forward to Nobles. Nobles takes a big old jump stop, and gets fouled by Jakeem Lynn. That's his first. Nobles will be at the line shooting 2. Minute 8 left, down by 13 points. He makes his first. Puts the second one up. He misses it. Danzler pulls the rebound. White controls the ball, brings it into the front court. Running out of time here, a minute left. Danzler over to Anderson. Anderson over to Madkin. Madkin pulls the three. He's too long. White keeps it alive. Back out to Madkin. He shoots it again and misses again. White once again keeps it alive. Finally gets the loose ball, puts the rebound up, timeout Eagles. Good work there by White. He just refused to be denied. He deflected the ball 3 different times to keep it alive. So good work there. Well, we knew going in that Wayland would be tough at the number 3 seed, number 3 ranked team in the NAIA right now. But overall, Southwestern's played them pretty tight. Just the turnover bug just killing them. If it wasn't for the turnovers, Southwestern would actually be leading in the game. So it's just something they're going to have to work through and figure out how to handle it. And they can get that. If they can get that fixed, I think they may be okay. It'll be the Pioneers' ball. Southwestern going to be in full court pressure. All right, full court pressure. 43 seconds left. Down by 12. Culver will inbounds the ball. He gets it to Obenwall, who I think stepped out of bounds, but they didn't call it. Ball's loose. Culver is dribbling. He's going to dribble the clock out. Culver's got pretty good handles. He's long and lanky. Makes him a little difficult to handle. And finally, going to pick up the foul, Richard Anderson. That's going to be his 5th personal foul, and that'll be it for him this evening. And Bo Archer will come in for him. J.J. Culver will be at the line to shoot 2. Now Culver's free throws. And he comes up short. Difficult night here for the Eagles. The girls lost earlier to the number 5 ranked team, Wayland Baptist Flying Queens. And now the men are going to fall. White all the way down, misses the layup. The men are going to fall, but so overall tough night, but both the Wayland teams are difficult, have a lot of weapons at their disposal. So your final is going to be 65-77. Eagles are going to fall to 4-2 on the year, and Wayland Baptist go 5-1. So let me review a couple of stats with you real quick, and then we'll get out of your way. But Wayland Baptist shot 37% from the field goal percentage. Southwestern shot 42%. Three-point line, Wayland shot 5 of 21 for 23%. And Southwestern shot 4 of 18 for 22%. Southwestern shot well from the free throw line, 82% compared to Wayland Baptist 64%. Rebounding pretty even, 38-35. Wayland Baptist up by just 3 there. Assists even, 14-13. Steals really lopsided. Wayland Baptist had 14 steals compared to Southwestern's 4. 18 turnovers by Wayland Baptist, 27 turnovers for Southwestern. And that just really hurt Southwestern and was really the difference in the game. Bench scoring, Wayland Baptist 26 points off the bench to Southwestern's 9. The points in the paint finally kind of leveled out, 30-36, Wayland leading there. But the points off turnovers, 24 extra points off of turnovers for Wayland Baptist. Your leaders tonight for Wayland Baptist, Jack Noble had 19 points, J.J. Culver 17 points, and C.J. Obenwa had 12 points. Trey Fillmore kicked in 10 points. Rebound leaders for Wayland Baptist, as is normal for them, Jack Noble corralled 10 points to pick up the double-double. Also, for the Eagles, leading scorer was, as has been the case, was Derek Danzler with 26 points. He also had 10 rebounds to turn in another double-double. And then second, following him, Terrence Reese contributed 10 points. And then we had 2 players with 8, Darius Madkin and Christian White. Again, I think to recap the game, I just think that for the most part, it's going to just come down to whether or not Southwestern can figure out a way to cut down on turnovers. Not sure that you can say any one player. There was a little stretch in there where we had a guard come in off the bench, make 2 or 3 little turnovers, but over the course of the game, I can't say that it was any one particular player. It was just kind of a team thing with just way too many turnovers to be able to stem the tide. So overall, tough night for the Eagles, but probably a good learning evening, kind of evaluate where both teams fall. The girls have been steamrolling everybody, and all of a sudden face a number 5 ranked team and struggle to get the offense going for the first time and drop the game for their first loss of the season. Men kind of knew what they were facing coming in. Was good learning experience to see where they fall out, and came up just a little bit short, but they battled hard. And really at the end of the night, that's all you can ask, is that they just keep battling. Saw some glimpses of some good things, some areas of concern, but overall looked pretty decent at times, a little sporadic at times and chaotic at times. So really do appreciate you joining us, listening to us. I hope you're enjoying the broadcast each game, and we'll continue doing this throughout the year so that you can stay tuned in and know what's happening here with the Eagles. The next game is this Saturday, Oklahoma Panhandle State for the girls at 2 o'clock and Oklahoma Panhandle State for the guys at 3:45. Would sure love to have you join us on that broadcast. Hope you have a great evening. Hope you have a great Thanksgiving if we don't get to see you or talk to you before then. And we'll catch you again here with Southwestern Eagles. Thanks for tuning in. Good night. God bless.